Welcome to all you Geminis, and for some of you, happy birthday. This is your monthly horoscope for June, of course, June 2019. It's a very eventful month. It's a very strong month, and there is a lot going on with Mars Pluto. So I will be talking about that. Now, for you as a Gemini, because the Mars Pluto is happening in cardinal signs, it's not that important, the Mars Pluto aspect. But of course, it has an enormous impact. So I'm going to explain that. For you, there's a bit more other stuff going on that has to do with the Sun and Venus in your sign, which I'll explain in a minute. But first of all, the Mars-Pluto thing. Now, when Mars opposes Pluto, that happens once every 2 years, there is always a call for owning your power. It's when you have given you either have given your power away at a certain area of your life, and then it's now time to take it back, to own your own power, or either you've been controlling something or someone else. And trying to direct too much, to manipulate too much, to control too much. And then this is a call for let it go. And for you, Geminis, I mean in general, this is happening in the 2nd house and in the 8th house, which are the houses of values. So there is something happening for you that is not life-changing, but that is important when it comes to your to your money, financial situation, but also to your self-worth. What do you think is important for you? Where are your values and how do you deal with that? So this Mars and the North Node and Mercury all in your 2nd house, I've been talking about that for months now, but now it is at its peak, so to speak, that a lot of Gemini it's a time now really to hustle, to make sure that you earn a lot, and not a lot, but enough to your standards, and that you don't need any help of other people. That and not only on a financial level, but also on an emotional level, on a level of values, that you don't need that other people say to you, oh, you are good, you are great. No, it has to come from you. That's the biggest thing here for the Geminis during your month, basically during the month of June. And that's beautiful. I think that's it's not always the easiest energy because it's in an opposition. It could mean that there are some clashes there between your values and values of others. But again, remember what I just said about the Pluto thing, the Pluto-Mars thing. Take your power back, or don't try to control someone else's power. If you're doing that, you're really doing the right thing. And you will evolve and you will transform because of that. So the Geminis are still doing a lot to earn their worth, and that is a good thing. The North Node is also in your 2nd house, so also stating that this is a good thing for you. Now, what is happening? What else is happening? You have the Sun and Venus in your own sign, approximately, for a big deal of the month, and that energy is nice. That energy means that there is a spotlight on you. That means that Venus in the 1st house, it's always a good time to do something about how you appear. If you want to go for a different haircut or different clothes or whatever, it's a very good month to do so, or to go to the spa, or if you're a man, buying a nice suit or whatever it is, or a new garderobe. This is really the month for you. There is just one warning, and it is that don't spend too much. But I think that you will be fine with all of that hustling energy there in your 2nd house of money. So there is an opposition, though, between the Sun and Venus with Jupiter and with a square to Neptune. So what does it mean? It means that there's quite a lot of optimism about how you express yourself, but sometimes that might clash with other people. How strange that might... But it's not that strange, I think. When you put all these things together, It's actually very understandable that once you will find your own worth and your own truthfulness, that other people who are not used to that and who are close to you, that they're saying, hey, whoa, 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 what about my values? So there needs to be done a bit of a rebalance, but I think you'll figure that out. It's not the biggest problem there. So when it comes to relationships, because relationship is very important during the month of June, be aware that the less you expect from others, the better. I know this sounds maybe for some people negative, but I don't mean it in a negative way. I mean it in the Neptunian Jupiter kind of way. When people have transits on the Venus with Jupiter and Neptune, it's very easy to go over the top and to expect too much from others. And you know, it's the la vie en rose. You have to be aware of that you are now a little bit more prone to expect a bit more from others. So be aware of that. Awareness is 50% of the thing, you know, it's 50% of the growth already. So especially when you are single. Especially when you are single and you're meeting someone new, which can be fantastic with Jupiter in your 7th house. Have the feet on the ground. Know that everyone is a summation of the good, the bad, and the ugly. That you have to be careful that you're not only seeing what you want to see, basically. Okay, so on a relationship level, keep the feet on the ground. Not everyone is perfect. You are a bit more prone now for looking for perfection in relationships, and people are not perfect. No one is, and realizing that can be part of the liberation here and part of those feet on the ground. Other than that, I think it's a very good month for you, Geminis. Keep on going, keep on hustling, and keep on owning your power without crushing other people's power. And enjoy Venus in your sign. So that means that other people, although you are quite charming as well, I mean, without Venus in your sign, it's amplified now. So use that charm to feel good, not only about yourself, but also in relationships, that people will have that feeling that yes, you are someone to consider and you are someone that is really worth it. So having said that, I wish you a very good month, dear Geminis. If you want to have a reading, get in touch, and see you next month. Bye bye.